everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have tried filming this video like 3 times. Today is just not my day. I don't know what's happening, but I hope you guys are doing well. I hope that you are having a good new year so far. But today's video I don't do too often on my channel, mainly because it's going to be about newer releases, and I don't usually talk about new releases very often on my channel. I really like to encourage you to shop your stash, to go through your collection, and to really be mindful whenever purchasing things. At least I think I try to do that. But anyways, I want to talk about some new releases. Some of these are going to be newer than others. Some of them are going to be maybe considered old news at this point, but I still wanted to go ahead and talk about them with you guys and just kind of share my opinions. Something fun. There's nothing really serious about today's video. It's just going to be chatting about makeup. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be hopping back and forth between like my screenshots that I took and then also trend mood. So, and then I will also try to put a video, or excuse me, a photo on the screen for you. Also, just really quickly, I am not buying makeup right now. I did just upload a makeup buying intentions video recently on my channel, so I will have that linked down below for you to check out. I am just trying to enjoy what I purchased throughout the month of December and just really shopping my stash. And then hopefully in April, I will go ahead and purchase some new things that have been on my wish list. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first collection I wanted to talk about is actually the e.l.f. Mint collection. And this collection is just super cute. Like I said, I know that this is probably old news by now, but I really wanted to talk about it and share with you guys my opinion. So I think this is a really cute collection. I didn't expect any less from e.l.f. because they were very successful in 2020, and I'm sure they will be just as successful in 2021. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to be coming out with this year. As far as this collection goes, I do have the Colourpop Meant to Be collection, or palette, so I don't really benefit from this collection that much, but I will say I did grab the Mint Melt Whipped Face Mask. I've heard great things about it, and I really love purchasing new masks. I love trying out new masks, and I feel like I'm pretty good at using masks as well throughout the week. It's a really great way to kind of like wind down and kind of treat it as like a pick-me-up for my skin. So I did purchase that yesterday. They were offering free shipping on all orders, so I went ahead and did grab that one. If I was buying makeup, I think the only thing that I would maybe pick up is maybe like the mint colored, the mint colored shadow stick. That one looks really nice, and it looks like something that I can maybe use as a base for whenever I use the Meant to Be palette from Colourpop. And then also maybe the primer. The primer looks really cute as well. I just really love the whole theme. I think it's so adorable. So yeah, just wanted to share my thoughts. I did grab the face mask, and so hopefully that will be something that I enjoy. The next item that I wanted to talk about is from Natasha Denona. She did come out with a I Need a Nude lip crayon, and again, this is probably old news, but I am somewhat interested in these. Lip liner isn't usually something that I get excited for, but I do enjoy the lipstick that I have from Natasha Denona, and so I think I'd be willing to try one of her these new lip liners. And they all seem like they're in very beautiful shades, and I think that they will complement a lot of my nude lipsticks. So those are kind of on my radar, kind of on my wish list. Will I grab them 100%? I don't know. But yes, that is definitely something that I'm into. And the next thing I want to talk about is some Drugstore Makeup. The new year is always a fun time for Drugstore Makeup because they come out with so much, and it's really, really exciting about all of this new Drugstore Makeup. So I did want to talk about Wet n Wild first. They are coming out with quite a bit, or they did come out with quite a bit, and this is one item that I'm interested in is possibly the Wet n Wild Incognito Concealer. I've heard good things about it so far from the reviews that I've seen, and I really do enjoy trying out new concealers, and I'm really happy that there's something from Wet n Wild that I'm interested in because it's been a while. They have some new primers, but I'm not really interested in the primers. I have so many, and I feel like I've really, focused in on my favorites, and I kind of just want to stick to those. They did also come out with some new 5-pan palettes as well as 10-pan palettes. And there's one 5-pan palette that I am interested in. Allie Glines actually did a Wet n Wild like new makeup try on, and she used one of the new 5-pan palettes, and I thought the one that she used was stunning. I loved the look that she came out with, so I might want to grab the one that she used. But we shall see. I really want to see what it looks like in person. The next product from Wet n Wild that I am interested in, but I do have my reservations about it, is their new Tinted Hydrator. I really do like that it has squalene oil in it because that's pretty good for your skin. But my reservations are that it only has 8 shades. I'm really trying to be a little bit more mindful about just my foundation purchases whenever it comes to foundations and their shade ranges. I know that I can always improve, I can always do better, but I'm trying to keep it at the forefront of my mind because I definitely don't want to recommend something if not everyone can use it. So 8 shades is definitely not enough in my opinion, but it is a tinted hydrator, and I know that sometimes whenever it's a lighter coverage foundation, you can kind of get away with less shades. I'm not saying that that's a fact. I'm not saying that that's the way it should be. That's just what I've heard. I do understand that I am light complected, and I never want to speak for anyone, so please comment down below if you have a different opinion, if you are a medium to deep skin tone, and I would just love to hear your thoughts and what you really think is a good shade range, because I personally don't know. So I'm interested in that tinted hydrator just because I've heard great things, but again, I think I would like to see this in person just so I can kind of see the range in person. But yes, those Wet n Wild releases do look pretty good. I also want to talk about some Milani releases, but I'll get to that in a second. The next thing that I want to talk about is just a disappointment, honestly. It is the MAC and Sims collaboration or collection or palette, what have you. It's a 9-pan eyeshadow palette from MAC, and it's in collaboration with Sims. I am a Sims lover. I played Sims basically since I was in middle school. I still play it, not as much, but it's still like on my radar. I'm so looking forward to them possibly coming out with a new version. But I played Sims 2, 3, now we're playing 4. We played on the PS4, but we also played on my laptop, and I've played it for years. I love the game. I love like creating all of the different types of Sims, creating different families, having like 10 kids. Like, I love it. I love it all. And this is just such a disappointment. Sims is a very vibrant, colorful game, and they just really missed the mark with this collection. It's just a muted, neutral palette, and I have no issues with that. Keep that in mind. However, if it's a Sim collab, it needs to not look like this. And I am a Sims fan, and it does hurt to look at this, and I'm just like, what? Everybody knows Sims by the green diamonds that they have above their heads, right? And like, they could have gone green with this one. They could have gone blue with this one. I mean, there's so many different things. They could have basically looked at all of the expansion pack covers and decided on that. I mean, it's just so disappointing to me, and so obviously I will not be grabbing that one. Just wanted to talk about it because it was so disappointing. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is Rare Beauty. Rare Beauty just continues to be a brand that I'm just like gaga for. I don't know what it is. I'm just super infatuated by the brand, but hey, I'm going with it because that does not happen very often. I just think overall they are so cute. Their aesthetic is so nice, and they're pretty reasonably priced when it comes to high-end makeup. And they came out with some liquid shadows, they came out with some glosses, as well as some cream blushes. I'm very interested in the cream blushes, mainly because of the packaging, you guys. The packaging is stunning. It's this really beautiful pink packaging, and open it and it just looks so stunning throughout. So I'm interested in the blushes. I've heard mixed reviews about these releases, that basically they all kind of look the same because they're super sheer. I've heard great things about the liquid shadows, but I know for sure I'm not going to be purchasing any of those, as well as the lip glosses, because 1, I don't use liquid shadows, and 2, I have so many lip products. So I'm mainly looking into the cream blushes. But again, it all depends once I'm in person at Sephora and I check them out. And again, by April, they might come out with something else that I'm even more interested in. So right now they're on my radar. I'm super into the cream blushes, but we shall see. I just overall think the whole aesthetic of that collection is so cute. Now we're gonna get into the new Milani makeup. So Milani is really pumping out new releases. So I am super interested in their cream blushes, like for sure, but they're coming out with a lot of like fruit themed collections. So they have avocado, they have blueberry, peach, cherry, and they've also extended their shades in their baked blushes. So I'm super intrigued by that. I'm really interested in trying the avocado butter lip mask. I've heard great things about their rose lip mask, so I'm interested in the avocado one. Really the only thing I'm gonna say is it's just the blushes and that lip mask. That's really the only thing. I know they have some primers. I don't need any more primers. I don't need any more lip balms, but the lip mask I am interested in, like I said. But really, I'm interested in maybe trying one of their like newer shades in the baked blushes. And then I'm definitely interested in the cream blush as well. So this is kind of on my radar. I'm sure they're gonna come out with more because, I mean, they're coming out with so much already. But yeah, I think that's really exciting for Milani, and I think it's great that now the drugstore is kind of getting those peachy or fruity themed collections. So that's really exciting. So the next product I wanted to talk about, and I apologize if these are already old news, but I still wanted to talk about them. Tarte came out with a new palette. This is the Tartlet, the Juicy Amazonian Clay eyeshadow palette. And this looks really pretty. I'm not gonna grab it just because I have a palette that's pretty reminiscent of this, or if not, I know that I have these over and over again in my collection, but it's a pretty palette. I do enjoy the color story. I know that a lot of people are saying Tarte is just really boring and they need to like amp it up, and I kind of agree. However, I do still think that there are people that like these releases, and that's okay. And I know that there's a lot of people who really enjoy like Tarte's eyeshadow formula. So if that's you and you love neutrals, I mean, this is something that is exciting for you. But I do like the color story. I think it's really cute. I think that it has enough like light, mid-tones, and deep shades in the palette. And I've seen one review on it so far and it got good reviews. So that's exciting. I think it's cute from Tarte, and it is, how much is it? I don't know. Let me find it. It's a $45 palette, and honestly, for that many shades, which is 20 shades, I don't think $45 is that bad. And you can usually get Tarte on sale either through Ulta, Sephora, even on their website directly. So what did I want to talk about next? Let's see. Okay, this, you guys. So this is something that really just pulls my heartstrings. And whenever I was doing that makeup intentions video, like makeup buying intentions video, I actually put like on one of my transition slides in my video that Colourpop had just revealed their Animal Crossing collection. And I am probably going to be buying some things, even though I'm on my low buy. This is just kind of like, this breaks all the rules. I am such a huge Animal Crossing fan. I actually used to play it again, like in middle school, high school on my DS. Whenever it was on the DS, I was playing it. I've never really stopped playing it. I just played it like sometimes more than others, and then I took a break, and then I'd rediscover it again. And then of course now I played on the Switch, and it's such a fun little game. It's a great escape game. Whenever maybe you're feeling stressed, or like you kind of just want to like get away for a little bit, it's a really nice game to go and play because it's so cute and aesthetically pleasing. So Colourpop came out with the Animal Crossing collection, and I have to say I'm a little bit underwhelmed, to be honest, but I probably will pick up some things. I'm still debating. Like, I feel like I look at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. Like, I just want it because I love Animal Crossing. But at the same time, like, do I need Animal Crossing in my makeup? Like, do you know what I mean? So I'm really trying to be like critical about this and like really think about my purchase, like if I want to do this, because it does come out on the 28th. So it is coming out pretty soon. And I really need to decide because I know once it's up, it's gonna sell out. So I will say, let's say I were to buy something. What I would pick up is definitely the Isabel eyeshadow palette because I freaking love her. She's so adorable. I love her little face. She's so cute. So that's like the pink palette. I would get that one. And then possibly the Nook one, like the Nook Cranny one. So it's like the green color storied one, maybe that one. And then maybe like the Mabel Sisters one, which is like the purple one. So that's 3 eyeshadow palettes. So I don't know. I know for sure if I were to get anything, it would be the Isabel palette, just because she's my favorite character. But if I were to like really go ham and go in, I would probably buy those 3. I would definitely skip the neutral colored one. Plus, I don't care for the owl characters anyway, so that kind of worked out good. I would definitely pick out, or pick up the like more pinky colored blush. So it's like the one that almost leans like purple. I would definitely grab that one. I would grab the Super Shock Shadow just because it's called Balloon Pop, and like that's something I love doing on Animal Crossing, is like popping like the balloons with the presents in the sky. I love doing that. And then I think I would also grab one of the lip crayon duos, or like the Just a Tint lip crayon duos, because they are actually scented like the Island Fruits. So I think I would grab which one would it be? I don't know. It's the one that has like the coconut and I think the peach. I think that's probably the one that I would get because they have that designated scent to it. So I'm super into that, definitely. So that's what I would pick up. I don't know. You guys will find out. But I think it's a really cute collection. I am a little bit like upset that they decided to go with like those 4 pans for a new collab. Like, I'm not mad at the 4 pans, but they're not my favorite. I'm still into like my medium-sized palettes. Like, I cannot just completely convert to like those small palettes. I just need a little bit more to work with. So I like the 4 pan palette idea. I know that they're trying to venture out, do something different, but I wish they didn't do it with this collection. But yeah, it's cute. The packaging is like 10 out of 10, but I'm just like, they could have done a lot more as well, you know? So I might pick up that. I just wanted to kind of talk about that with you guys. Okay. Really trying to hurry now because I feel like I'm talking a lot. So this is new from Natasha Denona. It's her like Valentine's Day collection, I'm assuming. And so she's coming out with like a cheek duo. So a cream blush and a highlighter in a duo, and then the Mini Love 5-pan eyeshadow palette, and then a new lipstick. The only thing I'm interested in is the eyeshadow palette. I do not own her original Love palette that she came out with last year, so I feel like this would be a great way just for me to kind of like have those colors from her. So I'm interested in it. Will I 100% pick it up? I don't know. Right now, it's new, it's cute, it's near Valentine's. That could be possibly the reason why I even want it. So I'm gonna wait, and if I still want it come April, it's $25. I'm sure that the formula is good. I might pick it up. But the face duo and the lipstick, not really into, don't need it. But yeah, the collection's cute. And then the final thing I wanted to talk about, mainly because I do think it's cute, it's the new Colourpop Wild Child collection, I believe. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Wild Child. So it includes an eyeshadow palette, some Super Shock shadows, pressed powder blushes, some lippy sticks. Yeah, I'm loving it. I think it's really pretty. The eyeshadow palette is probably going to be a little bit too dark for me, but that's fine. And that's why I wanted to talk about it. I love how deep this collection is. Like, this is going to be perfect for medium to deep skin tones. It's going to look stunning on you. If you are a medium to deep skin tone, I mean, you will just look stunning in this. And I think I'm just so happy that this like literally will fit all of the medium to deep skin tones, at least in my opinion, from what it looks like. Maybe not like the lighter blush, but definitely the other one. I mean, I can maybe even use one of those as a bronzer. So I'm loving this. I think maybe in April, if I'm still into it, I might pick up some things off of Colourpop. I'm super into their like That's Taupe palette. That has really not been able to like leave my mind ever since it released, because everybody was raving about it in their like ranking eyeshadow palette video at the end of 2020. But I know it's so similar to the Natasha Denona Glam palette. So I'm kind of like, do I need it? You know, I don't need anything, right? But like, do I like need it? You know, like, so I'm kind of wanting to place an order on Colourpop. I'm kind of into the Super Shock shadows from this Wild Child collection. I have to say, I really have been enjoying their Super Shock shadows. I have a couple I have 5 currently, and then if I were to purchase the Animal Crossing one, that would be 6. So I really do want to kind of like simmer down the amount that I have, because I know like they're obviously a little bit more neglected in my collection than like my palettes, for instance. But yeah, I really do like it. I think it's really pretty. I love like that really bronzy nude type vibe. And of course, I think the blushes are really pretty too. So that is going to be everything. I know that some of those were older, but I have to say, there's not anything that's like I'm dying to try. You know what I mean? Like, I've looked through the releases. I've tried to be, you know, well informed about what's new and things like that. And honestly, there's nothing that I'm just like, oh my gosh, I need to get this now. Like, I don't think I can wait until April. The only thing is maybe the Animal Crossing, but again, that's not really because it like what they came out with. It's more like because it's Animal Crossing. And again, I'm still deciding if I'm gonna grab anything. I think by the 28th, I will know for sure. But yeah, I feel like I'm pretty content with where I'm at. I know it's like only like what, almost the end of January. I have like until April. So I'm sure by March I'll have like withdrawals, but I'm just hopeful that I'll be able to continue my no buy and really make some mindful purchases come April. So I'm excited. So comment down below what you are interested in. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, and I will go ahead and talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.